This video is brought to you by Grainger Warranty, your #1 online source for factory-backed extended warranties in the country.
Hyundai's never really been known for having fancy cars or expensive cars, but that is changing. On today's episode of This Just In, we'll be checking out Hyundai's all-new Ioniq 9, their biggest three-row SUV that they have available. What do you think about this, Mary?
I mean, my first thought is, why did they chop off the back end?
Well, there's actually a reason for that. They actually designed this to look like the back end of a boat, and that's all for aerodynamic reasons.
Oh, interesting. So it helps it go faster?
Sure, yeah. Faster or just, more fuel efficient, but it is very odd. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's pretty cool, it's pretty different, it's futuristic without being too crazy in my opinion. But one of the things I do love about it is all of the pixelation that they have everywhere, especially this horseshoe taillight that they have. Not to mention, they kept it going with the reverse lights and the little reflectors at the bottom.
Kind of like Pac-Man.
It is kind of like Pac-Man, I could see that, but it's kind of like boxy on the side because of that chopped off sides. Huge 21-inch wheels, which aren't my favorite, but that's what you get on this Calligraphy edition, which is almost the tippy top dog. We'll be getting the price at the end, but it is not cheap, Mary.
Yeah, you said that Hyundai's not known for expensive cars.
No. And then the pixelation continues on the front with this end-to-end light bar and on the sides here. But overall, she's a big three-row. This is actually Hyundai's biggest three-row and even bigger than the EV9 by an inch, but it's a 123-inch long wheelbase. This thing is a lot bigger than it looks. Should we take a look at the cargo space?
I think for sure.
Yeah, let's check this out.
Also, I kind of feel like the big wheels kind of work on this thing.
It doesn't look like they're too giant because you still have a pretty decent sidewall too.
It's proportional. And that part, the kind of video game shape-like thing, is cool. I think that looks cool.
The wheels themselves?
Yeah.
This cosmic blue actually looks really nice too in the sun.
Oh my gosh, it shimmers. Boy, does it shimmer.
So one thing I like about how to open the trunk is you're not like fidgeting with where it is on the bottom. It's just a nice little button right there.
Oh yeah, super easy.
It's fancy. 22 cubic feet behind the third row, and everything in here is electrified. So you can drop down all of the seats with pushes of a button. So you can drop down both the rears, both the third row seats with these buttons here.
Super convenient.
Jumps up to 47 cubic feet. And then these also have powered second row seats. More buttons. Push them bad boys. Up to 87 cubic feet. So pretty large amount of storage for this three-row SUV. This video is brought to you by Grainger Warranty, the leading online manufacturer-backed extended warranty dealer in the country, covering nearly every make and model, including this Honda Accord. With Grainger, you can save up to $1,000 on your extended factory-backed warranty, and they'll fix up your ride with OEM parts installed by OEM-trained techs. Go to GraingerWarranty.com or click on that link below. So the outside is very different from the inside. The outside has all these like kind of hard lines with the pixelations and everything, but the inside is all curves. They actually designed this to be kind of like a comfy sofa in the front, but it's extremely comfortable and soothing. Not a whole lot of hard lines anywhere on the inside. What do you think about this gray interior?
Yeah, I was expecting just darker. Like I was expecting kind of the color of the floor. So this is like very elegant looking, I think, on the inside.
It's the light gray here, and then it's two-tone because you've got the darker gray on the seat backs as well.
I do think that looks really nice.
I think it looks pretty good. It's giving a sailboat, especially with the cut-off boat end, in the back.
They were definitely going for like ahoy.
Ahoy hoy.
It is a ginormous screen. Look at this thing.
Yeah, two 12-inch screens for your instrument cluster and your infotainment screen.
It looks like in one screen.
It's very colorful. I do like the layout of everything. You got wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's very responsive. You actually have temperature dials, but in its own screen. You've got dials for setting the temperatures themselves, but all of your actual controls are going to be in the screen. However, I do like that this is a screen that's going to stay there all the time.
Yeah, I do wish they were like pushable buttons.
Yeah, not
Are
just
they
a screen.
Not really.
No, it's just a little screen.
It's well designed.
But it stays there.
Yeah.
It's not like I have to fidget through the main screen to find my temperature controls.
Doesn't disappear.
It doesn't disappear on you.
Love
It's always
that.
there for you.
It's there in your
what I mean?
heart.
It's there in your heart. So, what do you think about the materials in here? Because one thing I will point out that's my favorite is there's no piano black. This is a lot of aluminum inserts. Same with this, but check out this little insert here.
Yeah, dude, this looks like an art project.
This is interesting. It kind of
funny
looks
sounds.
like Formica almost.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know how I feel about it. I like that they went with something different. I just don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. I mean, I always appreciate it when they branch out a little bit. It looks like marble. I think it's kind of adding to like that aquatic boat vibe.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I don't think it feels out of place. It's surprising, but it's not out of place.
Yeah, it's not out of place.
Yeah.
But there's tons of like egg-shaped, curved designs
Yeah,
everywhere.
This looks like a whale.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You see it? This is
Lots
an eye.
of, and like the splashes coming up of the water.
And this too. I mean, this is very like Ioniq-esque, right? With the pixelation. This is kind of pixely.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, for sure.
I think it looks great.
I like how open it is in the front, and one of the things I like about this whole center console here, other than the fact that you've got a wireless phone charger here, this opens up to a pretty decent size center console on the side. But this moves
Oh, it
front
slides.
and back, and I wish you could see this, but this is one of the smoothest operations I've felt. You don't feel it like clicking on a track. It just stops wherever you want it to.
Wow.
And it's actually really nice.
That's pretty cool.
How do you feel about this dash?
Like I said, the long screen, big.
Yes,
Really
it is.
big.
It is big.
But I do think the dash is really well designed. I don't really have a problem with any part of it. Also, it's very roomy up here.
It's very roomy.
Very
especially
roomy.
with all of this. Got a spot for a purse.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a
lots of
little bit
cubbies.
of how like open it was here in the ID Buzz.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then it's got 3 USB ports right up front as well.
Yeah.
Not.
This is kind of a weird little situation down here.
Well, it's just
More cubbies.
more cubbies. I'll take more space.
Yeah, no
know what I'm
doubt,
saying?
no doubt. What's the backseat like?
Well, before we get there, I want to show you a few things that the front seat gets. We have thigh extensions
Oh my gosh.
for your calves.
Where it's
Or
down
I
here.
guess calf extensions, yeah. Your front seat.
would you look at that?
Yeah.
Oh, if it doesn't have calf support, I don't want it.
Send it back.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have calf support, send it back. Right? Okay, so even the driver's seat has this. One thing I have that you don't, unfortunately, is I've got ergo motion seats, which give me different types of massaging features.
Why do they leave the passenger out of that? I've
Because
never
I'm the one
understood
that needs to stay awake.
Not if I'm the one keeping you awake.
Well, but I'm the one that has to drive.
I get it. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay, well, let's check out the back.
I do think the seats are comfy too.
The seats are very
I do worry about the wear of that leather a little.
Yeah. Light leather is not exactly the best. Oh my gosh, there's so much room back
my
here,
God,
Mary.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put the seat all the way back.
This is your driving position though?
This is my driving position at 5'7".
Jeez.
Okay, so let's go all the way back with it. Okay, that's all the way back.
I'd say that's more standard for legroom.
This is huge. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so forgot to mention you get heated ventilated seats in the front, but you also have heated ventilated seats in the second row captain seats as well. And not to mention those same calf extenders.
Yeah.
How
that's
nice
awesome.
is that?
That's awesome.
Of course, your own temperature controls back here and an extra little cubby. On top of that, this opens for the back as well.
That's sick.
How sweet is
That's
that?
perfect for like if you need to send a big charcuterie board back.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
And when you buy something like this, a lot of times you might be sitting in the passenger seat or the rear passenger seat for this. So charcuterie board for sure. A couple more USB-C ports in the seats themselves. And this is a fancy pants car when it has options for you to move the front seat forward.
Oh yeah.
So that you can fully relax in back.
Yeah.
especially when you've got some extra little sunshades.
Sunshades are always a nice touch.
They're always a nice touch.
Yeah.
Huge panoramic sunroof, which is ventable, but one thing that we love, Mary, this does have an actual shade for it as well.
I believe
there
you.
it is.
Oh,
there it
yes.
is. And it moves quickly.
Yeah, I really like to
We've
see
seen
that.
some shades that are moving at the speed of a snail.
Yeah, molasses
Not
even.
not this one. This one's actually pretty good. Very comfortable seats. I like these captain chairs. I mean, I couldn't really ask for much more in this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the part that's blowing me away back here is the leg room.
The legroom, but the headroom too.
Yeah, look at that, yeah.
This is huge. Okay, so here's where the real question is going to lie, is the third row. Because third rows are notorious for just being like, you throw your kids back there, right? Right, Charisse?
Short end
Okay.
of the straw. is
Yeah,
third
exactly.
row, yeah.
So let's see what that's like. And there's a couple ways that you can move the seats forward. There's a button on the side of the cushion on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's also a button on the top of the cushion that will let you power fold them forward. So to get back here, that's not bad for someone in my state. This is it's not bad. Okay. So headroom aplenty. This is not bad. And you know, I did a video with one of these before with Travis, and he was 6 feet tall and he still had headroom. My legs aren't touching. These seats are still very comfortable and they recline.
Oh, that's nice.
That is huge, and like a decent recline amount as well. Another USB-C port and another cup holder. I mean, this, I could easily sit back here for a while.
Looks like a vent too.
We got a vent.
Yeah.
Be comfortable.
Nice. I mean, third rows are always going to suck a little, but you're not completely forgotten about in the third row.
No,
That's
not at
fine.
all.
Door handles are kind of fun too, Jan.
Yeah, they pop out when unlocked.
Yeah.
And if you notice, it says Ioniq 9 on the top of the door handle.
Oh, it does.
Look at that. How fancy, right?
They're good with cohesiveness.
Yeah, I mean, so far everything is just very easy, very pleasant. So there's a couple different powertrains with this. You can get the single motor, which is the rear wheel drive, but this is the Calligraphy, which is all wheel drive, dual motor. It's performance. So this has some pep. Any guesses as to how much horsepower this has?
You said it's a dual motor?
Dual motor, performance.
Dual motor performance Calligraphy. I'm going to go with 370.
422
Ooh,
horsepower.
I was close.
You were close.
It's close.
422
That's a lot of horsepower.
516 pound-feet of torque.
So she's just like
She books
slamming
it.
through the brick
She
wall.
books it for a huge 3-row SUV. She's cooking.
Which is really, I mean, as a family hauler, you only really need that for like the highway, right?
I mean, technically, you don't really need it. Mary, this, when I'm saying it moves, it moves. So the single motor obviously isn't as fast as this.
Yeah.
But the dual motor does 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds.
4.
Yeah, you ready for this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Whoa!
God,
She
yeah.
pulls.
You feel that in like the back of your head.
She pulls.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
What I like though is it wasn't like instant where it throws your head into
like a
the
Tesla.
headrest. Right. It gradually pulls. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, that's
smooth.
it does not. What 3-row SUV has to be that fast, Mary?
I think it's like maybe if you're a mom or a dad and you used to love performance vehicles and now you have a family, but now you can still kind of do that.
That would be me.
Right?
100%. You know, the SUVs I'm looking at, I'm like, man, they don't have the horsepower that my car has. And yeah, it'll fit the car seat, you know. Of course I want it to fit the car seat, but
That's
I do
a
miss
little more important.
I do miss, you know, having a car that has something like that. Like that is crazy.
Yeah, that's really, really, really powerful.
So this being an EV, a lot of people always ask, well, what's the range? So on this, it has a max of about 311 miles, which some might say is perfectly adequate. Some might say I need 400 miles or bust. But to me, I don't know. I don't think you need 400 miles. I don't want to be in the car for more than like 5 hours without having a stop. You know what I mean?
No, I drive 400 miles a week and I don't need more than 160 a day.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I think over 311 miles is great.
You'll be fine.
And that is actually more than what her, cousin, her sister, the Kia EV9 offers.
Oh, it's more.
She gets a top of 304 miles, where this gets 311 for the dual motor. You can get the single motor, which has a max of 335 miles. And it's slightly bigger. It has more cargo room, it's longer,
Yeah.
and it's for roughly the same price point. You can get these starting, the Ioniq 9 base, at about $59,000.
That's true.
You're going to pay a lot of money if you're looking for a 3-row EV SUV.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot of money, but if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to be buying. This being the Calligraphy, not $59,000.
More.
It is more. This is pushing 80. This is actually $77,000. You can get the Calligraphy Design, which gives you things like the huge 22-inch wheels with the 20-spoke turbine wheels. That is pushing $80,000.
Wow. Yeah, that is pricey.
But that's also what the top trim of the EV9 offers. But this still gives you more miles, more cargo space. I don't know. To me, it would seem like this would be the better option. It just comes down to styling. Because when you look at the EV9, very boxy, right? Very boxy on the exterior. This has some more curves and everything like that. Let's see what the turning radius looks like on this guy.
Oh, yeah, look at her go.
Very smooth. They do a lot of sound dampening in this within the windows. They added foam layers to the back seat or to the rear cargo space and everything, and you've got internal layers of foam in the wheels or the tires.
It's quiet, dude.
It's very quiet. Steering, I would say, is a little floaty, but that's kind of what I would expect from more of a luxurious type vehicle, especially a 3-row SUV. This isn't, I wouldn't say very direct handling, but it's very comfortable.
I'm comfy.
Yeah, the suspension is very nice. It's soaking up a lot of the bumps in the road. This would easily be a perfect family hauler because it's going to keep your kiddos sleeping too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think about this so far?
I think they knocked it out of the park. This is the first time I'm seeing this car. And I just think, Ioniq. Is it just Ioniq? Is that like the whole thing, or is it because it's Ioniq 5, Ioniq 9?
Yeah, Ioniq is their EV lineup.
Okay, well, I've seen a lot of these EVs, and this one definitely stacks up. It's the first one I've seen that's kind of a classy family hauler.
Oh, it's so fancy.
Yeah.
It's so fancy,
Yeah.
but it's pricey, and you get what you pay for.
Well, that's life, isn't it?
It is life, indeed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you would get one of these Ioniq 9s, or if you would prefer the EV9. Check us out at alltfl.com. Thank you for Mary behind the camera. We'll see you next time.